Good morning. Um, I'm at the point where I know I need to get a camera that's more like a VHS that I can record and make it digital when I need to, and just keep it. I wouldn't ever get rid of that stuff. I wouldn't because it's hard for me at this point to move a lot. I've been blacking out, and it scares me because how can you say that you've been going through moments as to where you black out a lot? Because you, as a single person, you still have to do what you need to do to survive. You got to get to your family, especially when everything is already hectic. Everything is already surrounded in confusion. It's smooth, it's intricate, um, and then all sources that or ideas being snatched from you in multiple different ways and levels that you want to do for good, for betterment, are being refashioned, reused, and re-weaponized. Again, it was already asked for years, from before I was born all the way up to now on repeat, to separate from good people, separate from the trustworthy people. It was already said on repeat. Don't target the men just because they men. That don't make them automatically harmful. Don't make them automatically bad. I have a son. I have brothers. I have a father. And because these things keep getting overlooked is what put me in very messed up situations, and so messed up because it's to the point where I don't even want to cry about it, because it's like every time you do, it's someone's fetish. And even the thought of imbalanced emotions being weaponized and fetishized, thoughts, feelings, vibrations, the abuse of all these things, your very being and the being of any other living, breathing, thinking source. Y'all are at war with existence, and it's too much. Go through all of this, or even get to this point. When I was being raised, I was being raised to do community work, but I don't want to be one of the people that are hoping in any way, level, shape, or form, if it's going to be reused, to be weaponized against people to harm them or condone chaos, confusion, sickness, lies, just for more destruction and abuse and control. Again, when you talk about the word control, again, to defuse or de escalate a situation, to keep people from harming each other, can be done too. Is not to abuse. Even teaching can be in a controlled setting that's not abusive. Does it have to only solely be that way though? No. Hold on. It is a scary thought to think that emotional response and control is being reused and re-weaponized. it can be used as a weapon, but could you be caught up in the middle? And you really don't have nothing to do with it, yes. And it has happened. It is happening. No, truthfully. In and out, you not having nothing to do with it, and they not admitting it openly. They keep disregarding you and trying to make you seem crazy. Then you had to break down that word. What is the word crazy? What does it mean? Again, from beginning to end of my physical lifetime. Of anything that I remember from start to finish, well, to now. Because we can all get the fact that we can live for a long time. But why should we if this is what we're going to implement? When again, y'all were told that no one wants to be abused. No one wants to be stagnant. Even if they think that they are addicted to it like a drug. Or even if they are addicted to vanity like a drug. The worst of you is never what you want to give to your family. It's never what you want to give to your friends. Any potentials in the middle. And it's so messed up. It's messed up that we keep having to go through this over and over again. We get the fact that it'll be never ending. When you talk about vibration, when you talk about tech, when you talk about med, it's some things, bro, you can't come back from. You can't keep redoing stuff over and be like, oh, it's okay, because now I'm like, hold up, my guard is up. But should it be? Yes. Yeah, it should be. You talk about healthy, balanced emotions, and good communication skills, problem resolution for yourself. There's people out here who disabled. Who's gonna advocate for them? Not only that, it's like for all the things that have gotten us to this point, it was told to y'all on repeat. In me, around me, through me. Think about the people who got caught up in the middle of the lies, of the confusion, no matter what their skin color was, no matter where they were from, no matter their age. Think about those people. It's not right that they have to keep going through this. You were told repeatedly. I heard it. Not only that, like, that was just a conversation amongst them, letting them know who the fuck he was. You were told the trustworthy people, the good people, let them separate and let them be the help. If you can't do it, if all your actions, go over them. Your actions, your responses, do your checklist, evaluate yourself, have yourself evaluated by somebody that's not trying to kiss your behind and just tell you what you want to hear. That is love, that is care, that is respect. That is consideration. A high level of respected consideration, not just, oh, you just think about it and then you discarded it. No, you actually thought about it to actually implement the safety, the security. Again, even thinking about abuse of authority and how that affects us in a vast. How y'all already weaponized the children. You lied to them. You told them that things would be better. You lied. And then you keep blaming them for stuff that they didn't have no control over, and you won't even openly admit it. And again, even that level of okay, needing to know what's the truth or not. Again, well, if you just was trying to figure out what the truth is, that don't mean they have to be back with a lie. Everything becoming a illusion, a facade, delusion, illusion. Why does it even matter anymore what words are if the words aren't gonna do nothing but be manipulated and twisted up or used for more abuse? Again, just because you went through abuse, that don't mean that is the only thing that you got to go through. Just because it's the first thing that you have ever known or ever learned, that don't mean you got to keep practicing it. Just because it's the first thing you was ever told, don't mean that it's automatically right. Again, it's a lot of people that build a guard up. They want to be the strongest. They want to be the scariest because they are trying to protect themselves. You want that respect. But again, when you talk about, oh, okay, they had healthy living standards, they had healthy level of communication, you earning that respect. That is a need, whether you like it or not. That means you are going through an emotional imbalance. If you don't like it, again, they give each other respect. It's well balanced. They correct themselves and each other already. And you coming in to disturb and mess everybody up. There's something wrong with that. Like, it's completely wrong. You don't even know, okay, a person can't even openly talk about the fact that, okay, they completely going through a disability. They can't move. They can't think. Shoot, they wouldn't be able to see, hear, or feel nothing. Would be sitting there worse than somebody in a coma going through stuff if there wasn't someone stable minded to help them. Really, when are you gonna admit it and stop trying to label people as harmful? Just to abuse, manipulate, and control some more. And again, matching crazy for crazy is not helping, it's making things worse. It's making things worse. Again, having more than one way to do things, better ways to do things. I don't ever want to be torn down by someone else's. They don't want to admit the fact that they were wrong. They don't want to admit what they were taught were wrong. Even if it was, oh, you grew up in the most aesthetically cute setting. What are the aesthetics? The setting. Now think about that. You going through complete inner where people can't reach. Chaos, confusion, harm, and no one can help you. No one even notices, or they can't hear it on that level. They can't see it. They can't feel it. Again, they talking about abuse to the babies and the family members that you can't even reach and connect with. That aren't in physical bodies. They need safety. They need security too. And again, if it's wordplay, those two words, safety and security, then I'm not going to use them. But again, what other language was taught where you aren't using it as a form of entrapment to abuse some more, to lie some more? And you telling me you want to regurgitate again a lot of the people who were born in the 90s, I was born in 1991. In the 90s, they say in the 80s and the 70s too, were programmed, were manipulated, were forced to have conflict, were forced to argue with each other, were forced to think it was peer pressure or rivalry situations. You were forced to argue. You were forced to fight without noticing that it wasn't your choice. It wasn't your choice. Someone forced it on you. I had nothing to do with it. But I'm going through a disability where I can't move and I can't talk. No one has come to actually say that direct to me. And so, yes, when you ask, okay, have you asked about the safety systems? The systems that's supposed to keep us safe, are those people under control? Yes, I asked. I asked before I was born and after. And all during the stages of my body growing from a baby to now. Again, certain wording not being where it can be openly used because you trying to lock me up behind a dang on cage just for helping. Like, speaking straight through to the point as much as possible. But again, think about this. Someone battling and fighting in a way you can't see, and you don't got nothing to do with it, but you still get hit, you still get knocked around. And then again, you don't lose your creativity. You don't lose the fact that, again, can you be creatively intricate in a way that is not harmful? Yes. But again, someone snatching that up where you want to use it for fun and making people happy, making sure people are safe and secure, they are weaponizing it. They are violating it, defiling it. You are wrong. You have been being told you are wrong. Accept that. You need to. Y'all always trying to make people seem like, oh, they the ones that's in the wrong. They the bad guys. No, man. It's a war going on in the body. And your thoughts and your feelings. Again, vibrational. Your very being. The being of other animals and creatures that you never even got to see or know what it was. Earth vibrations. Tech. Med. You can't even put your hand on it. All these things combined and weaponized. And then set on rotation and motion. So you just flying around in existence, no ending. Again, a lie don't have an ending point until it is stopped. The confusion and sickness don't have an ending point until it is stopped. They don't make it right. Just because it has new creations put on top of it. New ideas put on top of it. You reholstered it, used it, and reused it. And these is the things that we want to keep private and make it seem like you so much better than everybody else. But then you creating a more massive problem because, again, existence is going to keep growing. It's going to keep going. Existence is never ending. Just because you can't hear them or see them, that don't mean your family just disappeared. They still exist even when you talk about, oh, they dead. They passed. They still are. They just somewhere you can't see them. They somewhere where you can't touch them. They somewhere you can't feel them. Get to them. Sorry. The confusion. The lies. You can't only go by paranoia to help a situation. And yeah, you should not keep going when you know you're harmful. Even when you don't know you're harmful, someone is really trying to help, but you cannot swap them out with people that are actually trying to harm you. You're going to make it worse for not only them, but yourself as well, your own family. Again, you don't have respect for basic cause and effect. Again, do the word respect need to be broken down and talked about? When a 3-letter word can be used, hell, a 2-letter word can be used for a abbreviation. But just because it's an abbreviation don't mean that it has to be abusive. And everything can't be all about money. You talking about you have reformed and made something lifeless. Is it lifeless? Or are you just playing with it? Was already something that is asked. I don't want to just play with and throw away or give to the wrong person things that hold major vibrations to the point where it's hurting those vibrations. I don't want to hurt those vibrations. I don't want to hurt the animals. I don't want to hurt my family. I don't want to hurt my friends. I don't want to hurt my potentials. It's already been said repeatedly, every day, every minute of every second. But y'all still find a way to be manipulative, start drama, blame each other. Again, people are accountable. Without all of that, it's a lot of people that was already accountable. And you telling them stuff like, hold on, I gotta pause for memory. You telling them stuff like, oh, you gotta be accountable. They already accountable. You telling them like, oh, you need to correct yourself. They already did that. But then the ones that need to correct themselves, y'all don't want to correct them. Or again, is it? I'm not about to give anyone special privileges. Y'all at war with existence. And again, there are many different ways when you already don't have consideration, you don't think about, when you don't care about things in a way that they affect others, when you don't have a limit as to how far you will go, hell, when you will breed and program people to do the same thing as an excuse and throw them up in the mix when you was told already, don't put no suiciders in their situation. Don't put no manipulators in their situation. Liars, con artists. And then again, it's all for abuse. Control. There ain't that much of, oh, I need somebody to kiss my behind in the world. Again, your behind hurting, you get treatment for your behind. There is a big difference. Again, you can go without smacks, but at the end of the day, we don't want to stop growing and be outweighed by what is harmful to us. But at the same time, I'm not about to allow that to be an excuse for people that are trying to abuse and control and harm. Again, someone wants space. They going through stuff emotionally. They being attacked. You not a help. Get them space. you are more of a harm. And again, the ones that are helping them space out, again, it don't need to be, oh, they being held or guided or taught or helped by, it's not help, it's really harm, by those who are again harmful, manipulative, for more confusion, sickness of hurt, pain, manipulation. Like, no, you have already been told. No, and yes, I have been hearing this echo the whole time. Before, after, during. Whole growth processes of baby, before baby, up to now. Repeatedly. You telling me, oh, it could be all this studying and workbooks in a workday, but that stuff can't be repeated over and over and over? Yes, it can. You had a whole day of going to school. The day's not even like, again, can you even keep up with the time of a work day? They shorten it and making the days longer and short and long and short. It's scientists that are saying the speed of some of these things are becoming so fast to where they can't keep up with them. And again, then they are saying they are concerned with hybrids. Think about that. Tech, creature, animal, human. And then you give them all of whatever good meds, whatever good tech, knowledge, and heighten that. And again, you are very good at being manipulative. You are very good at being sneaky. You are very good at being creative. You are very good at hiding. Y'all don't think it's a problem? It's something wrong with that. If you don't think that that is a problem, it is something wrong with it. Or you so caught up in the aesthetics to where you at war and you don't want to admit that you at war. Your family is going through stuff. You got family and friends that's missing. Whether y'all are connected or not, they got family and friends that is missing. I'm not about to sit up there and say, oh, I want anyone on any level, shape, form, no matter what their color is, where they came from. I'm not about to sit up there and advocate for them to be harmed. Y'all are if you do that, you are creating problems and putting problems on top of problems on top of problems. They're not giving you no relief. You are not doing anything but assisting to make it worse. I don't want to be so caught up in the aesthetics to where, oh, you going through hell and back and you don't even know it. Because again, there are meds. There is tech that can make you where you don't notice stuff. Make it where you don't notice stuff. You going through a surgical procedure and you don't even ain't gonna feel it. You could be wide awake or you could be asleep. Then match that with speed. Science. Time. The codes ain't gonna matter when they switching up the codes. Red, blue, yellow, pink, purple, orange, green. If those are all colors that we all see, no matter what the words for them are, light, dark. If you are manipulating it and twisting it up to be some dang on code, and then again someone else is using it for a code for something else, and you don't say that, you just use it and manipulate it and run with it, or someone is just using them and they not making it code. Just like again, y'all were told repeatedly, I'm not a soldier, nor will I ever be a soldier. Agree again, I have a problem with I don't agree with the fact that again y'all got these people fighting each other, knowing that again when you fight, whether you start off at the starter level of fist fight, you started off at the starter level of fist fight, and or an argument, because really screaming and yelling would be the starter level, or an argument you just calmly talking back and forth and you're upset with each other. So again, what really makes it a fight is when y'all start screaming and you're not trying to have any calm, and you're really not trying to fix the situation, you're trying to make the situation worse. Your mentality, your thought processing, what you are trying to make your foundation. Again, what you have people regurgitating, how you have them communicating, how you have them responding and reacting to each other, again, in a vast, is a problem. I forgot my point. That's the problem. My memory is becoming very messed up. And no, I don't trust y'all to take care of me. Again, I heard them tell y'all don't keep harming the children. You are upset about something that you set up. You set it up. Why should they be put in cages? I done seen them walk babies around. Babies. Younger than 5 years old, talking about so they deserve to be in jail. For what? Somebody to corner them and abuse them? You can't get out. No. How is that helping? You talking about a safety system for the children? Just because you took them away from their parents, they be still getting abused. You won't openly talk about this stuff. The stuff that's being overlooked. The stuff that's being ignored. And for the people who actually care, they truthfully in and out, they care. They are being blocked off. They are being controlled. Again, y'all was told, don't let that stuff hit the shelves. Don't. Does don't mean something else? Even if it don't, I'm saying don't use it for that. You've been being told this whole time to correct yourself. You've been being told, stop trying to force a fight. After the fight happens, if the problem is still there, it's still there. Which means you would still have to sit down and be like, okay, let me go over. Where's the checklist at? Let's go over the checklist. Let's sit down and talk. All of the manipulation, all of the lies and confusion, all of the intimidation and humiliation tactics that y'all keep using. If we can't sit down and talk, and yes, this is widespread for everyone. If we can't sit down and openly talk about this, y'all shut everything down for cold whatever. Then there's something wrong. I do need to be asking whether or not that person is being abused, whether or not they are emotionally balanced, whether they are being controlled. Can they think? Are they the ones moving their own body? Again, there are drugs that people can put in your body where you can't move, but your body still has the ability to be moved around. That's like somebody passed out, but you can still lift them up on their feet and then walk them, but they don't look all groggy. Y'all can sit up there and push people laughing at them or talking bad about them or lying on them some more, abusing them some more, to the point where they have been pushing people to have ownership over people just to clean up your house, just to sleep with you. Those aren't worth it. You clean up your own house. And again, yes, family taking care of family, yes. Because why shouldn't they? Everybody in the family ain't sick now. You done start doing procedures on experimenting on people you was told not to experiment on. You didn't even go over what in the heck you are doing. How the heck do I know surgeons aren't under someone's control? How do I know that scientists aren't under someone's control? You keep talking about the first line of defense for anywhere on the planet. You planned it out. The just this system. Whatever you came up with. Because when you were told, let the ones who actually are going to have a checklist, go over the checklist, actually go with things that are right and not just tell you what you want to hear. You threw them away. You said they was nothing. Again, you can't even access being creative, being in a relaxed setting without them abusing it. You can't even access therapy and different forms of therapy without them abusing it. Basic communication skills, basic human decency is just being thrown away. And you gonna sit up there and say that is not a problem for just you alone. You gonna sit up there and say that that's not gonna build up on your family? Even if you just talk about your family doing this to each other, y'all gonna be locked away in the room fighting each other if that was to happen. Again, you just alone with your family in the room. Stop lying to yourselves. Stop lying altogether. We all stop everything for all talk, or all speak. We all going over the same. You telling me you could pull people away from their children without their permission and force them and tell them it's law. You gotta go to school. And then they teachers gotta be people that, you ain't never get a chance to know who they was, where they came from. What are their foundational thoughts and feelings and beliefs? Are they going through something? Do they need help with anything? Inwardly and outwardly, this is what I was truly raised on. And then that is a scary thought to not know, again, how deep does that go with a fight that could be happening inside of me if I can't feel it, I can't see it, I can't hear it. How many ways? How many levels? Or even for people that I could potentially care about. You don't get to meet these people, family. You talking about, doctor, but you telling me I can't go over. Where did a doctor learn his knowledge from? Who have control over the knowledge that the doctor learned? Scientists, pharmacists, fire department, police department. How can these people, if they can't even get therapy without it being abused and manipulated and weaponized, how can we keep moving forward? Y'all don't care about status. Again, whole kingdoms have fallen because people did not agree with what was going on with them. So again, and then that self-appointed righteousness, that's a problem too. What is it that you don't get? You cater more to looking fancy and lifeless objects than you do to human existence. There is a low self-esteem problem. What do you not get? And again, this truth has been echoed way before the 90s and after. And y'all keep disregarding it. Real, true care. Y'all keep throwing it away. You keep attacking it. What's going to be left? You want to destroy the whole earth? Again, we can't do that just because you suicidal. You're not going to be able to run from these problems. They just going to get worse. I have heard them do different stuff like threaten children. And they'll walk straight up to you like they didn't do that. Again, a subtle threat is a thing. That's like if you know for a fact that it's a person that trying to harm you. They do something like sit a bullet on the table. That's a subtle threat. Or do a slow motion of a gun. That's a subtle threat. Oh, they did it where only you would catch it. What is your point? What is your purpose? Oh, wait a minute, you can't talk. Even that. Oh, they can't talk, they can't move. This is full on truth being weaponized. I'm saying all of this stuff is being weaponized, but again, where was I taught to be weaponized? No, I was taught to have respect, self-respect. I was taught to respect others, don't harm them, or at least have respect for basic human decency, basic communication skills, basic cause and effect, and major cause and effect. Have respect for that. Thrown away and attacked. See, right when you on that borderline, oh my God, it's confusing. No, it's a reason for them to have their guard up. They're not paranoid. Especially when you don't want to openly talk about these things. Again, family, Walmart. It's basic assemblage in your face. You don't notice how Walmart, right before you go into Walmart, it have like an archway on the wall. Abbreviations. And then Resident Evil. You know how they little symbol look. Compare it to the symbol on Walmart. If you gonna force it to that point, it would be a very easy forces, especially if you have all the access to these things that can be weaponized, all the physical numbers or vibrational numbers. Even if it wasn't meant for that originally, it would be very easy to weaponize it. And then there's that Walmart. Y'all remember the milk cartons. And the fact that they used to put whole lists of people who went missing on a wall. When I was growing up, when I was little, it started off with going to my granddad's house. He wasn't even living there at the time. It was just a house. My aunt's daughter was living there. Or he was like in and out of the house or something like that during the time. But anyways, we went over there for her to just simply braid my hair. She was over there with her dang on kids. And the day after, she went missing. I don't want to be used for no one else's game. I don't want to be used for no one else to sit around and toy with me or toy with other people. I don't want to be used for that. I don't want my family and friends or people that I talk to or could potentially build a relationship with used for that. You done lost all your senses. You done lost all your balance thinking. You done lost all your balance reaction and response. Good, healthy. What is the word healthy if it's not about good things that help you function? If the word good is not what you're saying it is, then what the heck is it for? Like, I'm really feeling stuff attacking my skin on a daily basis, and I'm still getting told, oh, you gotta keep going to work. You gotta keep. Why? For lifeless objects? I would rather sit down and talk about this. If it has to be on a daily, yes. We have to go over checklists every day and talk about how we feel about those checklists every day. The truth. All of it. Tell the truth. And know that, yes, there's a lot of people that was abused for a long time. Was controlled in more ways than one for a long time. Don't give any excuses and don't justify, say that it's all right to things that are not all right. Again, be careful. Are not, because again, they playing with them words. It's like the F word and they keep throwing it up. So again, don't keep playing with those things, the things that's not okay. When they're not okay, say that they're not okay. They're not good. They're not all right. Y'all overcomplicated things and y'all went too far. How is that the children's fault? You blame them before they even had a chance to grow up. Yeah, even before they had a chance to be born. And just because you've been having fun the whole time, or you think you was separated the whole time, you thought that you was better than somebody. What is better? If your sense of what is truly better is delusional, I'm not about to accept it. Why should I make people who are, again, in no level, way, shape, or form a harm to me, harm to themselves? Why should I forcibly force or abuse them? And then again, y'all don't even correct each other. If we don't come together to talk, it's a problem. Know that. Right now, I am going through where I can't even move half the time. Like, again, sleep paralysis. Sometimes I feel like I'm having seizures. And I don't want the wrong doctor. I don't want harmful doctors or harmful therapists. I don't want to be abused. Again, what is a scholar? A scholar was someone that did independent study. What human can't study? Again, but if you talk about the selection of human, who you gonna choose? Good people. Only good people. People that don't mind going through the checklist from day to day. Checking themselves and checking others. And accepting it when it's truly correct. Not just what they want to lie and say is correct. Can't be having low self-esteem doing these things or kissing people behind. Accepting manipulation and harm, confusion. These things are a problem. They're not going to do nothing but get worse. Y'all need to stop. There's no reason as to why, again, y'all take these children from their families and they still get abused. You take them from good people. Haven't done anything wrong. Then you sit up there and say, oh, it's resources to keep people off the streets. It's a resource. But how the heck you know that these people didn't want to live amongst nature? What's a healthy way to live amongst nature? Because I sure don't see it. I mean, is it nature? What is brick, wood, clay? But again, to help upgrade, and then people to not be psychotic about the fact that we upgraded. You acting crazy when you could just share. Sharing is caring. You always talking about the children, but you don't even want to learn for something that was literally made for the children. You are a problem. It was something that was taught that was truly good, unless you just gonna control it and manipulate it and abuse it. Sharing is caring. What is it that you can do that I can't do? That song was sung when we were children. Anything you can do, I can do better. If you know, you get what I'm saying? So again, but at the same time, I'm not trying to battle it out with crazy. I'm not trying to battle it out with abuse. Does that mean I'm trying to just sit around and let abuse and crazy happen? No. But I know the fact that when you talk about anything beyond talking, it's not going to fix it if you talk about stabbing, shooting, fist fighting, knife fighting, bomb, fire. Those things not going to fix it. They're going to make it worse. Hey, y'all need to get it together. You keep overcomplicating stuff, and then they keep, again, think about someone that was in a coma. This was one of my questions that I put on social media. Someone that was in a coma, right? Where they was in cryo. What is it? Like, I don't know if y'all ever seen the movies where they like are on spaceships and they go from one end of the galaxy to the next. So they was put to sleep. So again, it's someone that was put to sleep. And when they were put to sleep, they was a baby. So they still have a baby mind. But by the time they get to where they at, they're an adult. How do you treat them? You treat them like a baby. They're a full-grown adult, but they still got baby mind. No, you shouldn't be sleeping with them. No, they shouldn't be made to sleep with people. The answer is no. And then you got a body of a baby, but you old. Still don't sleep with people. You're in a delicate stage. There are certain points in life where you should go without it. Oh, and then they want to argue about the fact that, oh, you can still survive even after you went through it. Yeah, but that don't mean keep going through it. That don't mean keep letting it happen. It was wrong from beginning to end. Even if end was beginning and beginning was end, it is still wrong. In, out, through. up, down, side to side, day, night, it was still wrong. No matter the skin color, no matter where you came from. No matter the age. It's wrong when creatures do it. It's wrong when animals do it. It's definitely wrong if a vibration you can't touch do it. Correct these things. Everything needs to be corrected. No, not a lie. What is truth? The truth needs to be taught, respected, given boundaries, good health, balance. Yes, and good. And no, not for that word to be manipulated and retwisted and used for anything else. Stop trying to blame me for stuff you knew I didn't have any control over. Stop lying and acting like, oh, I deserve these charges, or I deserve to keep being pushed and pulled and pulled and pushed and pushed and pulled on. I done had kids as a child. I had no control over it. I didn't choose to be up in these people's face. And then when people told me that they wanted to be left alone, I left them people alone. When people needed to be corrected, if I could correct them, I tried. It is hard for any human, yes, even creatures. There are things that can a tranquilizer to a dang on elephant, a gorilla. Hippo. How you think they got them where they at? This not, what y'all are doing is not good enough. What y'all have been doing is not good enough. It never has been. It's not good enough. All this stuff I should not have had to go through it. And yes, the people who have already been going through it shouldn't have had to go through it. Make the correction so we can correct these people so they can have what they need again. Just because you went through abuse don't mean you should be sitting around getting abused. Don't mean that you don't need therapy. You're not going to fix it. Get out of the way. Sit down. They don't mean come over and manipulate it some more. Separate yourself. You wolfing out. Again, put yourself on lockdown. You don't want no one else to do it. Why your family ain't doing it for you? Why is your family not doing? Hey, bro, you a problem. We're going to have to keep you in here for a while. And again, I get the fact that, all your family done been attacked. I'm not about to give y'all okay approval over attacking. Y'all making things worse. Going through stuff, people messing with you, experimenting on you. Again, you was told no. You was told tell the truth about what you doing. You was told to go over it whether or not before you do anything. I heard it the whole time when I was little and up to now. Go over it. When you were doing your experiments, how would you know if you being controlled? With all of these things involved. How would you know? How would you know? They got code for things. For different titles and dang on positions. And just because it was appointed or self-appointed, they don't make you, again, a title don't mean they ain't gonna know. You could be a doctor, lawyer, nurse. If you are harming people, you using it for harm, abuse, again, I'm not giving approval to you. I'm telling you to step down. I'm telling you to separate. I'm telling you to get therapy. Get your family, put you on lockdown. Seen, not seen. Heard, not heard. Bro, good is good. Good, if good means to actually help people without hurting them, if you gonna keep switching up all the words, then it's gonna be a never ending fight. It's gonna be never ending confusion. The word help. The word good. Simple words. Again, just because title means nothing if you're not gonna do the correct things with them. What's the point of you having anything? You ain't gonna do nothing but misuse it and abuse it. You don't need to be the one with it. Or you don't like that now. You want to respond based upon me telling you, but you are still implementing harm and abuse. You're not correcting yourself. You're not correcting anyone around you. And then you get mad because of natural reaction. Now you can't trust existence and because you don't mind stealing from everyone else. Oh, somebody else that is bigger and stronger than you stealing it from you. Jacks, right? Y'all remember the Jack game? They faster than you. They stronger than you. You put the Jacks down on the ground. You bounce the ball and you snatch up the Jacks and catch the ball. What are we? A ball floating around in space? Don't Jacks have like 45 points on them? Don't the human body? You ain't never think about that, did you? Stop playing. Get it together, man.